Welcome back to Dead Space Remake. We finished off Chapter 2 last time, on to Chapter 3 today, into the engineering. So I was speaking to my brother about this, and he says the engineering is very fun. He's like only slightly ahead of us as far as story progression. Bloody hell, that was quick, straight into the action. He's partly ahead of us in the way of story, so he knows a little bit more than we do about any of the changes. But apart from that, we are pretty much... Ooh. Pulse rifle. You have to buy the upgrades. Is this their way of changing it so you're not spending loads on... You're not just buying loads of plasma power nodes? That's a good thing. Because we were discussing about the lack of the power node doors. We think they've been replaced by the security doors.
Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple reporting. Christ, I still can't believe the chief is gone. It's all fallen apart since the captain died. Everyone down here is on their last nerve. We thought the rioting was the worst of it, until those things came through the vents. Their faces. Fuck, those were my lunch buddies, Liz's friends, old boyfriends. And out of nowhere, the engines are screwed. Primary's laboring, we're hemorrhaging fuel. Fuck if I know why. I'm taking Danvers to the fuel depot to fix it. Gotta keep the team focused or we'll crack. Temple out.
I wonder what... Do they ever, like, cover what the people's first response to the necromorphs were? Like, obviously they now know that they're hostile, but when they saw the first necromorph, did they just... Like, what is that? Or try and call out to the person who it looked like? Or did they immediately open fire and try and kill it? Probably find a log later. Centrifuge primary engine fuel.
Any news on the engines?
Yeah, but it makes no sense. They're out of fuel. The centrifuge is offline. We're tethered to a 4 trillion ton payload. Without the engines, it's dragging us down to the planet.
Can you handle it alone?
Sure. Fix the centrifuge, get the fuel running, then do a full restart. But you'll need to stabilize our orbit from there.
Standing by. Fast as you can, Isaac.
See, I actually like the fact that he covers the engineering side of things. Normally it was him just being told what to do and yelling and going and grunting and yelling and shouting. Oh, the whispering started again. Hola HK, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome to Dead Space. Scan rig to unlock. This is so new. Can I get the rig down? It feels like... Ooh. I wonder if this is a thing. Scan. No? Okay. I was thinking maybe that thing would allow me to scan a person and then unlock something. Bit tired to go to the gym, so I'm here happy, and I found you streaming. And I really look forward to seeing Dead Space gameplay. How far am I into the game? We are on Chapter 3. We have played about 3 hours. I was streaming on Monday and I had to cut it short because I had work early the next day, so... Ooh. Still not using this, though. This is a plasma cutter only run after all. Yeah, it's just amazing. Like, the game looks phenomenal. Ooh, side quest. I forgot about that. Like, they've taken out all of the power node doors, it seems. They've added side quests in. They've changed the story up a little bit. Ooh. And, like, just everything about this game looks fantastic. Master override.
Determine clearance level. Master security override required.
Oh, it's as good as the original was. Like, it's nice. It must be really nice for people who've never played it, because you know all the surprises and things. Like that, because I've played the original, I know the I can point out the differences.
Dr. Nicole Brennan. Rig identifies the subject was Junior Engineer David Swenson. subject was dismembered after falling into machinery, allowing... God. So sorry, Dave.
Ooh. He already started mutating. Even Isaac's startled.
Some postmortem spasms.
Yes, this is very graphic. So if you're a bit squeamish...
Chest contains a yellow bile seen in other specimens. Seen this bile react to dead or bioprosthetic cells. The dead tissue is absorbed, recombined, then reanimated.
Ah. So they never really
Shows
covered how
genetic
this
markers
worked.
with human DNA and a growth on the walls. It's all connected to the marker from Aegis 7, but how? Dr. Kine studied the marker. Dr. Kine has vanished. Unless he's with the survivors on the mining deck. You'll rest easy now, David. I promise. End log.
They never really covered how the Necromorph's reanimation worked. Find Kine's mining deck hideout. Which I can't do yet. So that was an interesting bit of cutscene. So the yellow bile that the enemies have and spit and whatever is the source of the reanimation cycle. That's quite cool. Never knew that. It was probably in the lore if you read it, but I didn't read it. Right. Oh, bathroom. Oh, so I know this sounds silly, but I've read stuff that people are upset by this. That there is a gender a non-gender bathroom, and it's like, but this game is set in the 2400s, 2500s, so it makes perfect sense that that's there.
Security request retrieved.
We need help down in engineering. Danvers, get those wires out. I want to get out. I don't want to. I don't want to. Right, Henderson, your teeth. He's pulling his teeth out. Just hold him. Where the fuck is security? Oh God, he's dead. No, he's alive, but he hit that sink pretty hard. His own teeth. Chief. What the hell is happening? I don't know. Cancel security request. Henderson needs the medical bay. And a shrink. I did not expect that. You can see where he was pulling his teeth out and the sink he fell into. They have done some serious detail to this game. So, I'm practicing for the impossible difficulty. Mind you, with more saves. But, that's the end goal for this, is to do a couple of playthroughs and end with the impossible difficulty right at the end of the whole playthroughs. It's a one save file playthrough, so you need to practice, get good, and play the game well. Hence why starting with a plasma cutter early run is probably a good choice, because that does mean that I am used to using the gun with the ammo I'll have the most ammo for.
Warning. Fuel reserves depleted. Main engines offline.
Well, if it required me to play certain levels of Celeste to save, then I should have technically 8 save files. 8.5. You know I've started uploading that to YouTube as of this video and stream. I think it's up. The first episode's up already. Wrong button. Refuel the engines.
Refueling sequence activated. Additional fuel.
That's a huge engine. Get away! I don't want to throw the body at him.
I wonder if the enemies eventually play dead in this. It wouldn't surprise me. Look, like, believe me, HK, I would like to try that level again, but it's just, the thought of it is just daunting, and I'm like, I don't really want to, though. Man, I love the sound design in this game. It's like, you know, whenever you think of something, you're like, oh, I really should do that, and you're just like, It's like, to a degree, playing horror games has that effect on me. Oh, that was one of the infectors. Alright, that was easy kill. Because, you know, this game does the survival horror so well with the tight corridors and the suspenseful, just sudden burst of sound and things like that. It's just, it can be terrifying. Like, I play this game thinking, oh, it won't be scary all the time. I won't get scared at all. Then a sudden jump scare happens and I get caught by it, and then you feel like an idiot. Plus, with the ambiance they've made with all of the creaking and stuff as you go round. That was a terrible display. Didn't even hit a limb. This is why you use stasis more often. But it's just so creepy. Like, nothing is safe. Like, there's whispering and the orange flashing lights and things like that. Didn't need to do that. I can still hear combat music. There's a CO2 canister there, so I'm going to lose bloody oxygen soon. It's like this scene was literally just a cloud over the bottom of the floor, but with all the extra fog and everything, it looks fantastic. I mean, even the guns display looks fantastic, and it's a simple little just, this is your number. Oh shit! There's the spitters again. I very rarely kill an enemy with stomping and melee in these games. But it just requires it sometimes if they get that close. It's just, it never works in your favour in the long run, because every stomp you do to them, they're hitting you back. But you know, it never hurts, because at that range, how are you going to shoot them?
Last valve done, Chief. Progress report filed by Jacob Temple. The engine problems aren't a malfunction. Someone shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves to hell and back. We just wasted an hour fixing them. Now we need to restart the south refueling station, but some jackass turned off the power and locked up the circuit breaker. No engines? We're gonna hit planetfall soon. What now? There's gotta be someone around here who had a spare access card. Go. Wait, you hear that? Davern, go!
That wasn't one of the infected we've encountered, the necromorphs we've encountered so far. That was something new. Oi, bitch, Jim! It is quite interesting how the necromorphs behave in this game. Because their whole purpose is to kill you, but a lot of them will just do their own thing. Like, a lot of them run around. Some of them directly go for you. Nice. It is just really exciting playing this again. We're good, Jim. Ooh. Hello.
Isaac. Damn it.
Daniels? You made it.
Thank God. After the bridge, we thought that...
Glad to disappoint. I barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them, but I don't think they know I'm here. Isaac, I've tracked down your rig. You're in engineering, right? I'll get myself admin privileges. Maybe I can help.
About bloody time someone lends me a hand. Oh, the other time just go do this. She's gonna shut off the oxygen, isn't she, accidentally? Oh, it was an accident, I swear.
Security card.
My eyes still hurt though, Jim, from our little scuffle on
Clearance.
Final Fantasy Theatrhythm. Some of those songs were making my eyes go cross-eyed. Oof. Let's turn off everything. Oh, I see. So there's a choice here. Visibility for fighting, giving yourself a timer so you can carry on. That's a very clever system. Oh, wow. That is horrendously dark. I'm waiting for that point in the game where they just double ambush you in every combat encounter now. So you can hear them in the walls, and it's really unnerving.
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
See, that's the main thing about it, Jim.
Only a quarter full, but it should be enough.
I still need to get the centrifuge working before restart. Someone really screwed with these fuel lines.
Move fast, Isaac. Aegis 7's looking damn close out there.
Oh, the little ones. 2 little ones. I picked up a stasis module, didn't I? Not even bothered. Oh, I couldn't do it because I was aiming. Oh, you're the spitty bastards. Well, at least their projectiles move slow enough that I can dodge them. Someone expects you home tomorrow. That sounds really ominous, given the situation. I mean, I can't complain about the dark, because I did this to myself. Yeah, that's the main thing about the Supreme Difficulty, Jim, on Theatrhythm. It's just how some notes do not match the beat. Well, I can expect you, though. What the shit? I'll have this, thanks. I would very much like to have an explosive barrel on hand all the time, but we know that's not going to happen. The lighting in this game is phenomenal. The fact that I had to choose between giving myself a timer and a bloody light switch. Visibility, because the darkness in this game is so good. Like, you don't get that choice in horror games. Normally you're in a dark room. Get over it. Oh, wait. He is stuck on me! Oh, I just wasted a stasis module. What do you mean my title lies? I'm not using any other guns than a plasma cutter. You can't expect me just to use the plasma... Like, there is too much in this game. Like, if you were just to run through just a plasma cutter, you'd kill yourself. Like, some fights are possible, but there are literally parts in the game where you have to use the kinesis stuff to deal with it. Well, I think that if I was to name the game, plasma cutter and any other basic use equipment that goes into your game and that you don't really get a choice in whether you want to use it or not, that's a bit of a long title. Plasma cutter, explosive barrel, stasis, kinesis, enemy limbs, gravity, melee, stomping, run only. That's a bit of a title. How are we looking for ammo? We need more. Do I need another kinesis module? Nope. But I will be buying... Oh, is that the sword upgrade? Ricochet Tracer. Plasma Cutter. Like, the best thing as well, the amount of money we're going to save. Because I'm not using pulse and everything. Basic bitch. Look, this was an achievement in the original. Like, that is the sole reason I'm using it, is because I'm not sure what the secret achievements are, and this is like to pay homage to the first playthrough. The first game. Like, the game does genuinely get difficult. I wouldn't replay 3, Jim. Like, not even, like, saying about this game. Just don't play 3. It was okay at best. Yeah, I saw Tramop said he's back. So that's fine. I'll play a couple of hours of this, then we'll read. Mandatory decontamination. Where it burns your skin off. So you go into corridors like this and you're just like, Stasis?
Clearance confirmed.
Lovely. I still don't think I'm safe in these rooms. That's a horrible feeling to have in the entire game. Just walk into here and you're like, oh, where's the nearest vent? Ooh. Iru potentially sitting in for Momo number 1. I didn't even see that Momo is not potentially available. More absences is not just the unitologist sneaking off for religious exemptions, or whatever. We're seeing serious gaps in the rotation. People going on sick with sleep deprivation, self-inflicted injury, or just disappearing. They go off shift and they don't come back. Someone said the ship's been attacked. Bullshit. We're at the ass end of nowhere. Who'd come all this way to attack a mining ship? And yeah, the captain is dead, but Carmack says one of the bridge staff killed him. I swear to God the rumours on this deck are out of control. Update. Lost contact with the bridge. No rig link, no security hardline, nothing. Okay, this is beyond rumours. Fuck this. I'm getting out while I still can.
Clearance confirmed.
Open that for the smallest bit of plasma cutter review. Oh, I see. I've caught up now. So my plasma cutter can now be further upgraded. What is special 1? Heat accumulator applies damage over time to each shot. Greatly increases ammunition capacity. Let's go even further. I'm still going to hold on to that one node. Ooh, rate of fire increase. But look how few nodes I've got left already, though. There's 6 left to unlock. Probably should have upgraded my suit a little more. Well, I know what's happening here. We're in a small room.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand
Ooh.
by.
Lovely little shower, this. Oh wow, my vision's impaired in this room. Oh nice, 2 shots. Can't see shit. The only easily spotted necromorph in there was the slasher. That's an effective mist.
Thank you for your patience.
Means a bit more decontamination in this room now. Decontamination by fire. Medium med pack skim. I don't want to go in there. Take my trusty wrench. There you go, Jim. Another thing to add to the title. It's that way. So, take the wrench and go this way. Hello? Hello? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Whatever mist this organic growth's producing is messing with the system. It's like the rig's HUD. Oh, I've lost my wrench. Why do I keep shooting them? Wait for them to attack me. Because it takes a lot less to kill them. All these things I've forgotten how to do in this game. It's a good thing we didn't start with impossible straight away. Oh. John, John, you there? What's keeping them? The centrifuge is still offline. We're running out of time. No rig link contact since they left, Chief. They're gone, aren't they? But we armed them with everything we had. They'd have sent word if there was trouble. What, did they fall down a hole? There's a full tectonic load hanging off our ass. What if we turn off the gravity tethers, drop the load by ourselves this time? By ourselves time. I tried. Unless I rip out half the ship's wiring, it takes a CEC board member's override to drop all that ore. Can't risk off the... can't risk beep off the shareholders, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, we're talking planet falling hours if we're that lucky. I'm really struggling to read. I remember this corridor. Yeah, better save. I'm trying to save as little as possible. All part of my training. So I've never done the hardcores on these, so I want to do them. Ooh.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh, I remember this. I love the zero-G stuff in this game.
Centrifuge offline. Please attach generator modules manually.
This is so much better than it used to be. Like, it was point-to-point jumping, so you could only do so much, but now you can fly around, you can do everything. You can shoot and move, and I just love it. Looks like something exploded. I hear him. Here he comes. There he goes. Is he still alive? Oh, he is still alive. No, he's not. It's interesting, like, you see how the necromorph with the blades happens. But it's I'd be quite interested to see how they mold into these other types. Because that one that we're fighting, it uses its spine as a weapon. As a human, in human anatomy, its spine is its weapon. Like the slashers, which are the basic one, it uses its, I think its wrist bones become sharp enough to become a weapon. Whoops, probably wanted to say that. We have a puzzle, ladies and gentlemen. And you know how good I am at puzzles. We've only got 4 hours to today's stream, so, yeah, good stream, everyone. It's really not happy with me, is it? I can't even remember what I got to do here. Puzzle? Maybe? I feel like there's a button that I need to press that activates the centrifuge. Just give everyone a headache. Enjoy that headache. I tell you, that actually makes me feel a bit nauseous. Hang on. So there's a control panel, I think, if I remember. There is like a Is it? Is it this? We came in through the airlock, so I think it's this. Oh no, that's weird. Attach clutch generator modules to restart centrifuge. I can't remember how you do this. I mean, my first thought is blow everything up. Is it a case of we've got to use stasis to plug them in, then do the other one quickly? I think that's actually it. You got to slow it down, plug it in, then go and do the other one. Oh, you just got to slow them down. I thought it was a case of do one quickly, then on to the other.
Generator module attached. Clutch engaged. All personnel clear for centrifuge restart.
And now here comes environmental. We're essentially stood in a giant kinetic generator.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with
When you've got a tectonic load. Make sure to use the toilet.
Looks like the centrifuge is back online. All that's left is restarting the engines.
Well, my brain was just like, we're not doing this anymore. So, in impossible difficulty, the thing that will kill me for certain is
Looks like the centrifuge is back online. All that's left is restarting
the
engines, right? Ready for
environmental
war.
hazards. I have made a terrible mistake. Death has come. I think I have to run against it. Oh dear, it's always the environmental hazards that get me. One thing I like about the oxygen in this game, you can leave oxygen at pretty much zero, because the way the game's designed is having high oxygen just means you can stay longer out in without it. So I have 90 seconds of oxygen, which is fine. You know, I'm not going to run out of oxygen anytime soon. But I can last on 60 seconds because they've put the oxygen stations just far enough apart that 60 seconds is all you need. Unless, you know, you lose your nerve and don't run. So like 60 seconds is all I ever need. I don't have to upgrade it. I love the breathing effect in this game, as silly as that sounds. Like, he was choking because he didn't have enough oxygen, and then he starts breathing heavier because I've restored the oxygen. It would have been interesting if they made it so if you sprint, it uses up more oxygen. That would have been a nice touch. So, like, your incentive to walk would be you don't die as quickly. The detail, like, I don't think anyone saw that. But inside the grab arm that I'm currently shooting, that's got my leg, it has skulls in it. Look, you can actually see the skulls of the people who used to make it. That's insane. In the original, that would pull you through 3 separate stages until it gets you to the end and kills you. In that, it slowly drags. I like that. It isn't just tug, 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 dead. What the hell? Wow. That killed him in 1. It is really hard to pick up the limbs that do damage. Do I have any... I've got a node. Yes, use it, fine. I don't know if I'm safe doing this. This is probably a really bad idea. It's great having this plasma cutter do tons of damage and be really effective with ammo economy, but it's just going to get me killed if I don't upgrade anything else. I hate the fact that there's something scraping and I don't know what it is. I think it's whatever that... Like, you never meet what that tentacle's attached to, ever. At least I don't think you do. I mean, it could be its own bloody entity. It might not even be a big creature, it might just literally be a tentacle.
Got it. Isaac, fuel storage is unlocked. It'll give you access to the engine chamber.
Right, we're ready to turn this bad boy back on. Nice, 5,000 it costs. How do you use the oxygen refill? That's new. Buy a power node. Get another upgrade in. Like, would the oxygen have been used automatically if I was about to die, or do I have to tell it? Manually ignite the engines. Nothing like playing with big fire.
Entering zero gravity.
Ooh. I wonder what happens if I fly into those splay.
Say, Hammond, I cracked the secure files. DEC was here for more than just a mining claim, huh?
What do you mean?
This outbreak started on the colony after the miners dug up some artifacts. Something alien.
That's impossible.
But it would explain why Aegis 7 is meant to be off limits, right? Earth God's orders. When the miners found the artifact, they reported hallucinations, paranoia, suicides. But the Ishimura brought this marker on board anyway. Like that was the plan.
Wait. The marker.
Okay, back up. Where's this marker now?
In cargo. All packaged up for delivery.
Well, I've turned the fans off. I wasn't sure if it was dead or not. The stasis in this game is really effective and you can't tell if they're dead. I love that they, like with this breaker stuff, this has replaced the minigame clearly. But the breakers give you the choice of, do you want to make the next combat easier or harder? Like by turning off light.
Exiting zero gravity.
This is kind of loud. I don't remember this being so loud. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, flamethrower. See, I remember using the flamethrower in Dead Space 3. It's okay, but it's not that great. I found that the ice thrower was better, freeze them solid. That's the beauty of this game, HK. The head does nothing, it just slows them down. Unless their head is used as a weapon, there's no need to get a headshot. You have to stop their mobility at all costs. So take it off a leg first and go in for the weapons. Beautiful. Yeah, so if anytime you're fighting one of the enemies in this game, it benefits you more to shoot them in the legs than the arms. Stop their means of closing in and then stop them from hitting you.
Engineering log. My last log. Temple reporting. I can't raise anyone on Wriggling. I think my team is gone. I found the kinesis module that someone used to bust the centrifuge. Burned out. Who would sabotage the Ishimura at a time like this? I'll report to the bridge, if anyone's left. And then I'm finding Elizabeth and getting us the hell off this ship.
So I can tell you, the Unitologists are a suicide cult, essentially. And the marker is like their holy symbol. And that is what I'm telling you. And it's not big spoilers. It is what the game wants you to know. But it takes a while in explaining it.
Level 3
But yeah, there's so much backtracking involved in the playthrough in this. Level 3 security clearance. Like, when we've been fighting those creatures that are literally just 2 arms and a tail, they're harder to take down because even taking off their limb, they still attack you. I saw you went for a swing. I wonder. I think I know... No, they're not which enemy I'm thinking of. Oh, not these. I know what they are. Oh, sorry, it just back to health point from 0 to 100, from 100 to 0 instantaneously.
Clearance confirmed.
It's just, oh, no. Oh! Okay, stop clicking out of panic. It's not helping anyone. Didn't even see him. But one fun thing about this game, HK, is all weapons have an alternate firing type. So the plasma cutter is simply you just change how the plasma cutter shoots. I can't actually remember what the pulse rifle is. I never used it. Oh, it's the big un. Ah. I never normally kill them fast enough. It is, like, you make the joke, but it is, like, a really good way to use the gun. Like, in Dead Space 3 with the custom weapon designs, you can take off the rotator cuff that allows the gun to move, and it becomes a really shit weapon. Because, like, just being able to go bang bang, your leg's gone, bang bang, your arm's gone, is so much better than just... Well, if I was to try and aim with my plasma cutter the way it is here, with just the horizontal shot, if you were trying to shoot off an arm, it's really annoying. Ooh, there's another one. There is 2 enemies in this game that they're terrifying as hell, but they're a lot of fun to fight. I don't know when they appear because I can't remember. I didn't realise the door was going to shut suddenly. But if I try and shoot his arm off, I've got such a small radius to hit. I need to put this flamethrower away. I'm getting this flame of fuel. Wrong button. I hate these things. I'm never ready for their spit. I think the game dynamically heals as well, like determining how much health you've lost is how big of a heal they use. I mean, at the moment I've only got small, so...
Warning. Planetfall imminent. Correct course immediately.
Oh no, we're all gonna die. Oh, I thought they took that bit out. Oh, we've gone full circle. Okay, I know where I am now. Like, I know that the Ripper Blade, which is just a giant circular source shooter, it's I think it's one of its fires. You hold it in front of you and it just cuts up as everything runs into it, and the other one it just fires the blade, and the blade is like really good cut. Give me your arms! I probably used more shots trying to hit that thing stood up.
Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
No, he did it. Oh, this is why you get the flamethrower. Oh shit, I'm almost out of bullets. This is why you use the environment on this when you play with just a plasma cutter.
Warning. Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
I do feel like the game, the original, had more... It snapped better to enemy limbs if you're trying to use them as a weapon. Whereas this one, I find I keep picking up random shit. Maybe that's the point. Makes it a little bit more difficult.
Warning. Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Alright, I need a new battery. Masks on. How radioactive is this thing? The fact that there's signs everywhere saying, oh yeah, be careful. You would have thought 300, 400 years into the future, they would have figured it out. Oh, so, a fun little thing I saw people try and do when Mass Effect 3 finished, and they released Dead Space, where people were trying to make trying to find similarities between Mass Effect 3 and Dead Space to prove that they're in the same universe. And, the events of Dead Space comes after Mass Effect. Except, there was absolutely nothing that you could tie the two universes together with. But for fun, what the devs did in one of the multiplayer map, they put a marker in the middle of the courtyard of one of the levels. I wanted that.
Fuel outlet secure. Please stand by. Ignition chamber.
Shit! I'm actually out of ammo. More environmentals! This is a first for me. I've never run out of ammo.
Ignition checks. Stand clear of exhaust vents. Engines ready. Please confirm ignition order.
Hi, me. How are you? You have joined us at a very trying time. We have no bullets. And this never normally happens to me. It's probably because I'm getting this flame of fuel. Don't want bloody flame of fuel. Probably start carrying 2. I don't think I want to step out there. I mean, I'm playing a horror game, but I'm not doing math homework.
Isaac, you did it. The Ishimura's moving again.
No thanks to whoever sabotaged the fuck out of these engines.
You bought us time to figure it out. Autopilot's taking us into geostationary orbit.
Wait, you're flying us through the planet crack debris?
That's what the asteroid defense system is for.
But the ADS is offline. I've got the system readouts here.
Hammond, the Ishimura's arrived.
Oh, piss off!
A couple of bad strikes will finish her off.
Shit. Get me on the dig. I'll try to adjust course. Isaac, take the train from engineering. Meet me on the bridge. I'll lift the station lockdown.
Oh, wow.
We'll work on this together.
I've never had to kill something with just punching. This is all brand new to me. Well, that's one way to use stasis. So I always thought that the enemies were like unstaggerable, but I guess they would always swing through your first hit. They haven't removed this bit. At least I don't think they have. I need to start carrying 2 clips around with me at all times.
Nicole? I'm here. Nicole! Damn it.
Or did you ever see the picture, the one where they were sleeping next to each other? Yes. See, and you were worried they were going to kill each other that one time you went out. Flamethrower, fuel, ripper ammo. No bullet. Move to storage. Wow, that's worth a lot of money. Store one of them. Sell that. Let's pull. I'm gonna have to pull 3 of these out because I need 1 to reload with. Not gonna store any smalls because otherwise that's just a huge waste. Oh, we have bullets. Right, I have 75 shots. I don't think I remember seeing the one with Harper in the Lego. You missed the end. We finished the engine room with no bullets, and then we got ambushed on the staircase with no bullets, so I had to stasis the man and punch him in the face. Oh, there's new pictures. Oh no, I have seen them. Harper just look like, don't move me. I used the stasis module and beat the living crap out of the man. It worked, which I was very surprised at, actually. Oh, the marker related to Mass Effect was because people want, like, these are both EA properties, Mass Effect and Dead Space. People wanted to see a connection to prove that Dead Space and Mass Effect are in the same universe. But there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. And then in one of the multiplayer maps, they added in the they added in a marker in the foyer of one of the maps, and that was it. All systems go. Completed chapter 3. That's very dark in here. Obliteration imminent. I think they've done the thing with the chapters they did in the first game. I'm not going to say it, just in case. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm not going to say anything. So each chapter is a different part of the ship. There is the later chapters you start revisiting things because the ship, even though we've now restored the engine, there's still things that start going wrong. So eventually we visit all of these places. Like, we need to go to irrigation, we need to go to the living quarters, we've been to medical and the hangar, we've been to mining and engineering. But, like, we'll visit every area, but eventually the chapters start overlapping until I think it's the last 3. But yeah, the way they've done this game now is this, in the original, the tram system used to just be the way to get to the next chapter, so it would be a different map. But how they've made it, how they've changed it is now a fast travel system. So, say I get security clearance level 2, I can head back to the older areas and open all of the boxes that were for security clearance level 2. Even if I never go there again in the story, I can just pop back to, like, engineering to open that door that needs security level 3 or the master override, that kind of thing. Which I really like. Like, there's going to be some side quests that will take me back places that never happened in the original. We're at the bridge. This looks like the cleanest place.
Isaac, I'm looking at the ADS cannons. They're a mess. I'm gonna need your help. I am not losing the Ishimura. Not now.
The Ishimura, Hammond, or the marker?
That artifact they found?
Don't bullshit us. CEC knew all along about the marker, didn't they? Isn't that why you're really here? Corporate wouldn't send the Ishimura for some off-the-books mining. But alien technology, yeah, that fits.
And how does losing my team fit into this theory?
Hey, knock this shit off. We're into the debris field. We get the ADS back together, or it's over.
Then meet me at the captain's nest. Daniels?
Fine. But I'm going through the ship reports, Hammond. I'm getting some answers.
So, the fact that this is all on Isaac's visor and they walk away from it, do they just leave their helmets behind? Or why do you feel like I'm gonna make this the dirtiest place? You know me so well. That is my goal, you see, is to make everything a mess. Yeah, I'm getting the vibes from this game that the weapons that you're holding is what ammo drops, because I was getting loads of flamer fuel when I had the flamethrower and the plasma cutter in my inventory, and then suddenly the next area we're taking the flamethrower out and we only get plasma cutter rounds. I reckon we're going to get security clearance level 2 here. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. Oh. It never did that in the original. It stuck its arm through and ran off. Ugh. Here comes the true test of my stasis and plasma cutter management. Well, I'm not happy because it made me jump. I wasn't expecting it. Do I need another stasis module before we leave? Yes, I do. And I know what it is. Thankfully, they're quite easy to kill. Well, I say that. They're meant to be not that easy to kill, but... And here we go.
Containment measures activated.
You okay? At least containment and life support are holding.
That meteor made a mess.
So far.
I would have stayed fall into the planet, honestly.
Retrieved.
Security, come in! We've been boarded! I repeat, the ship has been boarded! We are under attack! They've killed most of the deck staff! Where the hell is Steve Vincent? We need security back up now! Guns are useless. What in God's name is that?
It's not getting better, is it? This font, by the way, reminds you of Mass Effect. It feels like a late 2000 game. Well, have I got news for you. The original Dead Space came out in 2009. Mass Effect was 2008? 2007? Actually, when did the original Mass Effect come out? It must have been like 2006, 2008 at least. Nah, like it's the little things like changing the font can ruin the immersion for some players. Because what did you want? Like Calibri? Wingdings? We could play in Wingdings. That'd probably be a mod before long. You could change the font to like Wingdings.
Isaac.
It's me!
Shit, you scared me.
I've got a gun pointed at me. Let's take my helmet off.
What is that?
The one that attacked me. I managed to trap him in here. His face. I'm not seeing things, right? That's Chen.
2007, bloody hell.
Can't help him, Hammond. He's...
You're right. I should... The hell with it.
Goodbye.
Escape pod 47 launched.
I worked with him for years. Johnston, too. At least she was spared becoming a monster.
For now.
We're gonna fix this, Hammond. For them.
Yeah. Come on. The ADS cannons.
See, I remember when Dead Space 3, Mass Effect 3 got released, because that was the first Mass Effect I was interested in, and that was thanks to the multiplayer mode demo. I really loved that game's multiplayer. Put thousands, hundreds of hours into it, maybe even 1,000. Can we put my helmet back on now? I don't feel safe.
All I can tell is the ADS power routing is shot.
Well, the administration systems aren't doing much. We could redirect power from there. I'd need to rewire the junction boxes, but we get the ADS cannons back.
Good. Isaac, about what Daniel said. I don't know about any illegal mining or the marker. I swear, I'm just here for a repair mission.
Look, Hammond, I don't know you or Daniels well enough to judge, but CEC had to know about the marker.
The company, maybe. But shit like that's above my pay grade. Look, we can get into it later. You'll need a way down to those junction boxes. You can turn the atrium elevators back on from security. You'll have full access. I found a CEC executive key card. I'll upgrade your clearance.
And you upgraded yours already?
Yeah, just in case.
Isaac was never normally this suspicious.
I heard something up there. Something big. Watch your back.
I mean, Isaac never said a word in the original. Isaac isn't sus. I like Isaac. He's a cool dude. Meet Hammond in the captain's nest. Security clearance level 2. So now if I revisited all the areas, I can open the level 2 chests. But we're not going to do that, because I know, I think it's chapter 8 or 9, you revisit medical, and I can just do it all then. Piss off, Jim. He's a cool dude. The rig code permits the recipient, Warren Eckgard, access aboard the USG Ishimura until such time as it is revoked by Captain B. Matthias.
Reactivate the elevators from security.
Please secure your rig and do not allow other access to restricted areas. Separate codes must be obtained from any member of staff. As requested, Executive Director Altman be praised. Benjamin, further to our recent conversation, I'm putting it in writing that we should delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know how eager I am to study the marker, and I understand your sense of urgency given the events on the colony. But that's exactly my reasoning. What's happening down there is just too unprecedented to act incautiously. We need time to study the causes and effects. After consulting with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with Directors Ciarello, Welland, Planetside. Their observations on a particular patient may be invaluable to understanding what we're dealing with here. Terrence? Terrence! Put your helmet on. Now I know I'm in combat. Shoot Hammond. Just do it. Can I actually shoot? No. Use our only way out of here to check that bloody necromorph. That necromorph was chasing down Hammond for ages. Since the start of the game, all the way across the station. I think he loved him. Wanted to be his friend. Right, I'm saving. I think I know what's coming now. It's one or two things, funnily enough. It's always one or two. Sorry, where am I going? Yeah, see, this is a full remake from the ground up, whereas the Mass Effect re-release was just an up-res. Like, what's the point? The clearance is just to separate out what I can pick up, obviously. I mean, I'm not getting anything special.
3 security clearance required.
Oh, hello.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
I'm not used to fighting these things anymore. They've armoured them up even better than they did in the original. And they've given them a way to fight at range. That is new. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brute. Like his name implies, he is a big bugger with lots of health and heavily armoured. So usually, you stasis him, run around the back, then shoot him in the weak point to kill him. Right problem, they've given him a gun. Also, I can use the gun against him. But I've forgotten how to fight a brute. Like, I don't want to go wasting all my ammo if I can help it. Brute force! Kill a brute. Powder.
Quarantine lifted.
Can you indefinitely hold things and shoot back? I can... Actually, I'm not sure. Hang on. No, so I can hold it indefinitely, but I can't shoot while holding it. Why is Harper kept in the cage all day? What's she done? But yes, brutes can be a bit of a pain. Especially now they've armoured them up.
This is mutiny. The marker must be delivered to the church, whatever the cost.
God's sakes, Ben, listen to yourself. The Ishimura's in crisis, you've cut us off.
By Maritime Law Article 5469, I, Dr. Terrence Kine, hereby declare Captain Benjamin Matthias unfit for duty. Heretic! Hold him!
Ben, you're not yourself. Let me help you.
Traitors, get your hands off me! This is my ship!
Oh my God, you... Ben. You saw I was trying to help him. Doctor, you just killed the captain. We have to take you in. I can't. If the others from the church get a hold of me.
Stop! Security!
We all saw it. Ben fell on the needle. Oh, I see. So she's... yeah. Toa says hi. Hi, Toa. How are you? I know you're not watching because spoilers, but how are you? Rate of fire, and fire. That'll do for now. Let's upgrade my HP a bit more. Let's get to it. If Toa really had his way, the cat would be called Cat2. Yeah, Toa can't watch right now. He's busy parking mail vans in the middle of the road.
Atrium elevators are now online.
I'm not looking forward to fighting more brutes. They've really made them look different, and they look good. As well as you can, being a massive bone and bits. How long's Harper got to stay in her cage? I think for every cat it's a week in it.
Make us whole again.
Oh, I think this is new. I don't remember that. You know, the ship's in danger and we're about to die, but let's go having a wander around the ship and seeing what we can do to help. Ooh. I was not prepared! Bitch! The fat one just goes sprinting around the corner. Are you dead? Oh, they've got the new look to them. They've upgraded. Yeah, that's the worst thing for a cat, is you gotta keep them from injuring themselves.
Power transferred from water purification to ADS cannons.
Power from water purification's been rerouted. Must have tripped something. All the access doors just sealed.
Works for me. God knows what's floating around down there.
That's one. We still need more power. A couple more systems should do it.
Oh, I see. So it's... I haven't explored. I've just done an early bit later. A later bit earlier, sorry. I jumped at the bloody fans. So I would have had to come up here anyway. I just did it first. You just gotta think, HK, it's for their own good.
Elizabeth, it's Jacob. I came to the bridge looking for you, but it is completely fucked. I'm not sticking around in case whatever did it.
The
comes
cone
back
of shame!
you. It looks like the admin staff went to the mining deck to meet up with the other survivors. I'll head there too. If you aren't with them, I'll find a way to contact you. I promise.
But I had a cat once, her name was Isis, and she was an abnormally small kitten. So when we got her spayed, the cones were all too small, all too big for her. So we had to, I can't even remember what we did to get her to keep the cat. I think we just had to, like, tape it round her so she couldn't get it off. It's not cruelty, because that was the only way to get it from hurting herself. Hold on. Is the brute's arm a person? That's so weird that a necromorph, like the brute and everything, they are just an amalgamation of people. Yeah, I know, but it was the cat's name and it was named after the Egyptian goddess, so... And not the other thing. We had to take Goose to the vet the last weekend, and he made so much noise. Kind of like that, but not as screamy. Just ow. Hey, I gotta, like you say, it didn't age well. Better cover the backstory to it, otherwise, you know, things can go wrong. Limited space, no congregating. And what have they done? Made a congregation.
A recording? Huh. Must be the marker they dug up.
So it is the same. That marker. That's the symbol of the Church of Unitology.
Didn't take you for a believer, Isaac.
My mother was. But if they found this on some alien planet, what does that mean?
That Unitology's onto something?
Unitology's full of shit. Forget it.
It's amazing how different Isaac sounds in his voice, even though it's the same voice actor. Is Unitology a new hope or just another scam? By Carrie Van Otken. If you've been living on Mars for the past 200 years, you might have missed the fastest growing religious movement in history. Unitology boasts a following of millions, counts powerful CEOs and officials in its ranks, claims 78 billion of stock in multi-global companies, and owns two of the Earth's largest financial institutions, GPCG, Financial and Unitas Energy Investments. From its beginning as a cult of personality, Unitology has become a respected established religion. Most people know the basics. 200 years ago, Michael Altman, a respected geophysicist, blew the whistle on what he claimed to be the biggest cover-up ever instituted by EarthGov. The discovery of an artifact, or marker, which proved beyond any doubt there is alien life in the universe. The government labelled Altman a kook, but his claims struck a chord with some, and his mysterious death soon afterwards fueled that interest, along with civil unrest and demands for action. Unitologists believe the marker contained a code, the code to eternal life. Through rebirth and ascension to heaven, the kicker is you have to die first. They say the government is hiding the marker somewhere, keeping its secrets for themselves. Across all of human space, Unitologists praise Altman's martyrdom and await the day God comes to take them to their new life beyond death. It all sounds pretty harmless, but like any cult, there's a dark side. Unitologists are ranked in the church. Nobody ever talks about it, but most of its critics believe there are at least 3 ranks above the average believer or initiate. With each new rank, more of the church's inner working and research is revealed to a follower, and these ranks are achieved by one simple criteria: giving money and power to the church. Think taking all of your money's bad. The church also requires their members to donate their bodies after death. Why? What do they do with them? Nobody will say, and attempts to infiltrate the inner circle have failed, with their emphasis on transformation and rebirth. Maybe we wouldn't like the answer even if they told us. One rumour that also refuses to die says this church is funding a secret shipbuilding program. Some claim to have seen the fleet. No documentary evidence has ever been supplied, but the claimants all say these mausoleum ships, despite their huge size. So it is absolutely a religion, but it's that one religion that everyone believes in. So a little backstory, actually, that I can tell you. So, all the way back when...
electrical hazards on the floor ahead of you.
60-year-old deck plating doesn't play well with power surges.
Watch your step.
I'm going to do that in a minute, because I need to know the right way. It branches off. I will do the first thing. I'll go where the game's telling me to go. So a little bit of backstory I can share about this that won't spoil anything. So, you know the meteor that killed the dinosaurs? Yes, that meteor. In this game's lore, that meteor was actually a marker. And it wasn't until about 2200, when that Michael Altman found it in the Yucatan Peninsula, that the Unitology cult started, which I thought was a nice little segue, you know. The fact that the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs was in fact a marker. Oh no. Sorry. Oh.
Exiting vacuum. Entering vacuum.
I'm not going to tell you too much about what a marker is, because that is the whole point of the game. But it's that symbol with the I can't do it with my fingers, like the crossed horns at the top. I can't tell you about it because that is story. Yeah, these are the more mutated versions because I have to take off 3 limbs to kill them. I need to try and work on these arms faster now. I need to save the ammo.
Clearance confirmed.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, like you have to be in the know to understand it. Like me telling you, oh yeah, there's a marker in Mass Effect. You're like, what? What is a marker? But there's only so much I can say. Like, I've played all 3 of the games for completion, and I really enjoyed the stories. Even the 3rd one, which is considered the worst of the games. Believe it or not. But it's, like, there's a lot they're pretending, you know, you've played 1, 2, and 3, you know what it's all about, like, what the story's about, so they don't hide everything behind cryptic messages. Because, like, as you play through the original Dead Space 1, there was blood on the walls that spelled out "make us whole" and the ending, "awaken the moons" and things like that. And no one knew what it meant, but now we do. So they sort of assume you're still running on that knowledge. The game feels chill. It's just because I don't get scared from horror games very much. Like, there's the odd jump scare that I succumb to, but... You know, some people, they're, like, absolutely terrified, so it's a whole experience, so experience it with them. I'm a bit boring. Because I don't get, like... I don't scream and shout when something startles me. It's more just, ooh! But it's like, I've got decent headphones so I can hear everything around me, I can hear things in the walls. Plus, I'm also a strong believer that if I panic, it's just going to get me killed. So I have to exercise some restraint in that sense. Because if I was just to scream, then I'd die. Then we wouldn't get anywhere. And I need to steel myself because the impossible difficulty is 1 save. And I'll keep bringing it up because I'm really excited to give it a go. I'm just giving it a break and just not going straight into it. I'd like to enjoy the new revamped story. Oh, sorry.
Power transferred from mining administration to ADS cannons.
Just got an update. Power diverted from mining administration network. That's 2. 1 more system and we'll have power for the ADS.
There you go, then we need to go off the floor. These ones seem really pointless in rooms where there isn't many dead bodies. Nice. When I get the Kinesis module upgraded more, they'll start one-shotting the weaker enemies with the thrown objects. Yeah, it's like there's a couple of dead bodies, but the Transformer ones can't really do anything. Yeah, I've noticed as well the enemies in this run a lot more. Because they used to walk at you in like a menacing fashion. But now they just full on sprint. I did not play Control, no. That was one of the games that was on my radar, I just never played it. Another weapon to fill my ammo reserves with. I actually remember using the contact beam in number 3. It's okay. It's a good gun if you're fighting a boss. don't want to keep picking up the dead bodies. I want the claws. One interesting thing is how effective the enemies' claws and stuff are. Like, you gotta think, I gotta cut off limbs and everything to do damage, but with the claws, you just throw it at them. 2 of them will kill them most of the time. Max Payne? Really? See, that franchise I never played because I was too young when it was at its prime. Ironically. Even though I played this when it was new. What was that? 2009? That's 14 years ago. Yeah, I was 12. When this game first came out, so I shouldn't have played it, but I did. Can get in there. Never thought to look. See, I knew it was related to... See, now you've just unlocked a whole pulse rifle upgrade.
Security clearance required.
You just opened up a whole series of questions now. I've never played Alan Wake, but I know what it is. I've never played Max Payne, but how is it all tied together? I also watched Tour of Pi in chat, actually. I watched him play a little bit of Control, and I saw a really weird boss. I'm not going to talk about it too much, because I haven't played the game, so I'm not going to speak about it. Because it was weird. How do you even describe it? Like, isn't Max Payne a hitman? Oh, hello. Oh, that was a hard fight. Whoa. Whew. I think they've changed these. I'm pretty sure these were what was called gravity plating in the original. They were a fun trap though, I tell you. So gravity plating was essentially if something walked into it, it got launched into the ceiling and died instantly, including you. So the fun part about it was forcing the enemies to cross the gravity plating to get to you. So you just watch all these bodies go flying into the ceiling. So either we haven't encountered them yet, or they've replaced it with these electrical surges. Come on, you little bugger. Those things aren't even scary. I mean, come on. They take so long to set up. Oh, I need a shop. I don't want to be carrying around this contact beam. It's such a waste of inventory space. Oh, hello. Wasn't expecting another one of you so early. There is a way to do this. You make him charge and then you can get around the back of him, no problem. What are you doing? I win! I'm doing them very wrong. I'm wasting so much ammo. I'm pretty sure you can just shoot him in the arm and it pretty much just ends the fight. Alan Wake was re-released last year, sequel coming out in 2023. I think that's the one. Like the cover art is the guy walking around with a torch in it. Oof. Let's do this quick.
Power transferred from electrical systems to ADS cannons.
So it isn't. I always thought Max Payne was just another kill 'em,
ADS cannons
beat
are
'em up.
back online. Wait, auto-targeting offline. Calibration data not found. Fuck. No auto-targeting. The cannons are useless.
What about manual targeting?
You want to go out there with all that shit raining down and target the ADS cannons manually?
If I give the cannons enough targeting data, it'll recalibrate the system. You got a better idea?
Christ. I'll open exterior access. I hope you know what you're doing.
I thought they took this bit out, and that dialogue never happens. You're told to do this. He never suggests it. I like the little change there from having voice acting. He literally, like, the entire original game, Isaac is your typical silent protagonist, you know, doesn't say a word, he never removes his helmet and whatever. But after you finish the game, like in the final cutscene, he takes his helmet off. See, I actually own Control on the PS4 5. Yeah, we went free at one point, didn't it? So I was like, get it. I need to actually use the stasis stations more. So I'm wasting all my stasis packs. Hello. Oh! See, you take away their mobility, they can't do diddly squat about you. Damn it! Oh, that's cool. The brute's body's still here. Wait, where am I going? I genuinely don't know where I'm meant to go. Am I meant to return to him? Oh, do I need to go to them? I'm actually a bit lost. In fact, I actually do want to go back this way because I want to use the shop because my inventory's full. See, that was one thing they added in Dead Space 3 that was quite nice, is you could hold X and then cycle, well, you could hold the marker button and you could cycle through where the nearest bench, workshop and shop is. An intermediate engineering rig. How much? 20k. So all that money I thought I had saved, and it's all going down the toilet because I want this upgrade. Sell that, because I'm not going to use the contact beam. In fact, I could probably keep these upgrades on me and just put them in. I'm not like I'm going to use them. How am I doing for ammo? I've got a good amount. I want to try and hold 50 at all times. You will leave me? Have fun. Okay, HK. Don't leave me too long. Have a good evening, mate. Level 3 suit. A bit more armor. I actually didn't see what its upgrades are. I think it's 10% damage resistance and another line of inventory space. I just love how much detail goes into his suit. Yeah, another... Well, it's not another line, but it's another good chunk of inventory space. I feel like I should know where I'm going. Oh, hang on, hang on. I need to go back upstairs. Tomorrow is a good idea. So I think I went up here and I need to... Because the one I did first should have been the last one I did. I don't know anything, Amy. I don't know. I'm so scared. Yeah, this bit was weird. Right, I'm going to save this. See, that is that's going to be the hardest part of the impossible difficulty, having one save, so long playthroughs, and then I've got to try and figure out which save point I want to use. Thank you! Here we go. If it is the same, this bit will be easy on mouse and keyboard. 2,600 kilograms. Isaac is a big man.
What's the plan?
I'll sink a few of the ADS cannons to one of my tools. I target an asteroid, the cannons take it out, and I recalibrate the system.
We're out of options. Do it.
Let's go do it anyway, whether you like it or not.
Security request retrieved.
Oh, God! Someone stop him!
This is Second Officer Sheik. I need security here right now. No one's coming. White, for Christ's sake, step away from the controls. We need our first officer. Captain Matthias is dead. The captain's dead? Vincent's security team is dead? Who's left? Step away from the airlock. That's an order. Who's left, Sheik? A crew full of uni fanatics? Eckhart screwed us good, didn't he? If a CEC director could go that bad, maybe the whole company's rotten to the core. Just like Aegis 7. You think CEC won't send a rescue team for their precious planet cracker? Think White. We just need to hold on. Yes. You probably should.
No, sir!
Oh, Lord! You goddamn fool! Seal it! Seal the airlock now!
Nut. That Sheik had a good point though. Someone was going to come and eventually save them.
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity.
Oh no, this bit has changed.
Syncing targeting system.
I'll tell you about the normal bit when we're done.
Calibration complete. Cannon auto-targeting online.
My friend, do the shoot.
Syncing targeting system. Warning. Hull integrity compromised. Calibration
I love the effect of the bloody...
Cannon auto-targeting online.
Oh shit, yeah. Where's Oxy? I actually forgot I'm in space. I was having so much fun. Oh, hello. I was having so much fun doing my things and then I was getting killed. Oh, hello. Oh no, we're in danger. Stuff. Only problem with the vacuum of space, I can't hear the necromorphs. Nice.
Migration complete. ADS recalibrated. Auto-targeting systems enabled.
Get back inside!
The ADS cannons are online ship-wide. Thank God. Engaging autopilot. Get yourself inside, Isaac. I think I've figured out our next move.
I am. Yeah, so that bit in the original, you sat on the gun yourself, and it was literally just a shooter, just shooting all the asteroids as they came at you. But on the harder difficulties, that thing would kick your ass. Like, if you weren't fast enough to shoot at the... I think you'd probably get hit by 6 asteroids, and then you'd lose. So this is better. Unless, of course, on the harder difficulties it goes down faster. I have not answered yet. I just wanted to explain that cool bit. So, yeah, this weekend, I plan on streaming more of this tomorrow, and then we're raiding on Final Fantasy in the evening on Saturday. Otherwise, I'm not doing anything until Sunday morning, where I'm going out for breakfast with my dad. With my da. My da.
Isaac, Hammond,
Cannon fodder. Complete chapter 4.
I just intercepted a transmission for medical.
Someone's down there?
See what you make of this.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is a sanctuary. All survivors, please join us.
Yeah, because that doesn't seem robotic.
I'm going back to medical.
Makes sense.
I'll head to the crew deck and look for survivors from the bridge. I'll be in touch.
The crew deck. Wonder if he knows something we don't.
Objective cancelled. Return to the captain's nest. Herpes the Vampire Death 3. If this begins, yeah. They've done the same thing that they've done with the last game. With the original. Why did you not die? Not so much. Yeah, this is the chapter I've been looking forward to the most. Go on, try and attack me. You went to get breakfast with a friend on Wednesday. I haven't seen her in a while. It's nice. What did you have? Oh, it's these things. Go away! My favourite breakfast food, I really like bacon. Like, really like bacon. You could say I'm obsessed.
Master security override required.
I'd say I'm actually doing pretty well damage-wise in this. I haven't taken an absurd amount of damage. I've taken more than I want to, obviously. I don't want to take any hits. Like, we go to a restaurant that does a really good full English breakfast. Yeah, that's in the game. I could hear, like, the crackling in the game. I thought it was something else. Like, I'm going nuts. Oh, I haven't had an omelette in ages. I love how they call it English muffin when it's literally just a certain way the bread's made. Because it's not like one of those things, you know, is it called a muffin over there? No, it's not even called an English muffin. Well, we call it an English muffin, but it's not English. I need a workstation. Nice. I'm actually running out of stuff. Like, my inventory is getting pretty empty. I need to be a better shot. Yeah, the place we're going, the full English there, is out of this world. I love it. It's 2 rashers of bacon, 2 sausages.
Clearance confirmed.
2 fried eggs, 2 slices of toast, black pudding, mushrooms, tomatoes. Ooh, ruby, semiconductor, more money. It's a big plate, but I'm a big boy. Black pudding is essentially the remains of a sausage, I think. It's meant to be like a blood thing, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know. You might have to Google it because I'm not sure how to describe black pudding. It's pretty much. It's just a thick cut sausage. I think. But it's one of those things I'd never want to try because I know how it's made. Sort of like haggis. Oh, that's what I can hear. Oh, I can't explain it, but this is fantastic. Like, this is another story spoiler, but what's happening right here is, like, amazing for players of the series. We're going back to medical to encounter my favourite enemy in the game. I say my favourite, I'd rather not.
Medical.
I like how this is the load screen.
Now arriving at
It's so mind-boggling to think that this trans system was a load screen.
For the chemical lab.
What? You said the chemical lab? I can barely hear you.
But it's like, it's just so fantastically done. Like with the games nowadays where they try and cut out as much like load screens as they possibly can. And now they've done that, where its trans system is the load screen. Too many shots. So now I'm backtracking, right? So it should be interesting to see what happens. Because I never leave an area with any enemies alive. So there should be more boxes and things to unlock here. It's just the fact that Isaac's heartbeat is going absolutely crazy right now. See, I told you this wouldn't be safe. At one point, these weren't going to be safe, and we have now found that point. It's actually kind of... Oh! The hand got through! I got ambushed and I didn't see everything. Like, I do love the dynamicness of this game though, with the heartbeat and all the subtle messages, and it's just... I can't stop singing this game's praises, really. You dead? You good? Stupid thing. Wouldn't go down. So this is what a retracing your footsteps looks like now. There's lots of scary things. Suit level 3 extended, pulse rifle upgraded. In fact, what does the pulse rifle's special abilities do? Greatly increases ammunition capacity. The suit now has... What's KIR? Kinesis grab range. Ooh. I need KID, really. So I'm going to spend 2 here. There really isn't power node doors in this anymore. We've been holding on to a spare power node for absolutely ages. I've now spent it. Next thing you know, it's going to be a power node door. So there's one more special upgrade to unlock. We need to find the upgrade. But now we've got a bit more damage. These stronger enemies, the stronger Necros, should go down a little bit faster. Okay. So I did all this back walking, and I didn't really need to. I could have just cargo lift, used the tram. I think where we're going now, in the lift, I can get back here. I have to come back here for story. Like, can everyone else hear the crackling? Because I know what that is. It's not tinnitus. Oh, I'm so glad I kept up with all the dev stuff. Like, mind you, I'm glad I kept up with it, but if I didn't keep up with it, I would have been equally impressed. Just by everything that's happening in this game. I am kind of wanting to use all of these guns, but I'm trying, just trying to do the plasma cutter only run. Back to medical.
Medical.
So far I haven't found there's been one spot in the game where I would do some exploring and to do the save on impossible difficulty, and that was during the centrifuge because it's a one-shot kill. That's been the only bit so far.
Daniels, the door to medical just locked behind me. Hello?
That wasn't there a minute last time we were here.
Another survivor, at last. You'll be safe here. I'm a doctor.
Is Nicole Brennan with you?
You're not here for sanctuary, then? Well, Dr. Brennan's currently engaged. Shall I send you to her?
How about you unlock these doors, and I'll find her myself?
Are you that selfish? You might let something in. Or out.
Shit.
So, you've decided to be difficult. Take a seat. I'll deal with you momentarily.
Oh, I know what's coming! Oh, I hate this chapter, but I also love it. I'm sorry, did I set you on fire? That's a shame. The nice thing about the fire as well is I don't have to run up and stamp on everything. Because it just does the work for me. I can't imagine how, insane the audio for this game is going to get towards the end. Right now there's, I can hear whispers and I can hear weird ticking.
Kindly avoid disturbing my other patients.
What is this?
Research, of course. I'm so close to finding that missing factor. A unitologist would understand.
Is he still bleed? He's still... I probably should put him out of his misery. Oh, I can't. What can I hear? I hate those things. Just come sprinting around. Yeah, this whole I remember this chapter fondly of how good it was at setting this tension. Yeah, they haven't changed these things. They are still terrifying. Yeah, they're always fun. A guy is literally pinned to the wall and has been turned into a turret. And the only way to kill them is to sever all of those cords without in very rapid succession. So we're starting to face more enemies now that have an ability that requires your stasis to kill them. Try and do it without, it'll be too difficult. I mean, I've done it before, you know, I ran out of stasis, so I had to do it the hard way, but you have to be literally just bang, 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 bang. There's no time for messing about. And they still make the same god-awful noise they used to. It's just they're so uncomfortable to kill because all they do is scream. Like, it is interesting that they've, like, from the original, even then, that a lot of the necromorphs aren't all dead. Some of them are just literally victims. Huh. You went down quite easily. But it seems they changed up what the enemies on the walls are like. You used to kill them and they dropped the semiconductors, which are really good for selling. They might still do, but at the moment, I don't think I remember getting ammo dropped for one of them. Whatever that is that's got a hold on this ship. They've really expanded upon it. Because all of this growth that we're fighting our way through now wasn't here the first time.
Patient log retrieved.
There. I have to record these dates. The old memory, you know.
Clearance
As I was saying,
confirmed.
the new treatment I'm developing should be just the ticket. The trial is very promising. Trial? You'll be back at your post in a jiffy with CEC none the wiser. Unless you don't trust me. No, of course I trust you. Let's give it a shot. Volunteer 9 is a young male, testing my new tissue regeneration formula. I expect death within the hour, but the changes to the vascular system are very promising. One moment for the cleanup. For the last time, get a trauma team in here. Yes, I called 3 times. My patient is crashing. Get off your smoke break and help me.
That's what we were seeing. So those guys that he slit their throat, they're healing and then dying and then healing. Ooh, I don't think they ever covered the backstory of this area. You know, it's in my head, the sound effects of the plinking. All I can hear is like little flashes of bling, 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 bling in my ears. But it's such an effective method to this game. I want more remakes of horror games like this. Like, even like, even Resident Evil's remakes have been fantastic. But this game gets the psychological horror aspect even better. Line racks. Pneumatics for line racks. Power node. Why am I trying to go there? It obviously says locked. Yeah, I love the fact that some of the air vents will just blow up on their own. Like, I'm too nervous to go near those air vents when they start acting up. I don't want to go near them, it's scary. They might hurt me. Oh, power node. Give me more of them. Oh, that's dark. Oh, we've gone full circle. Cool. That's dark in there. It's funny that I turned off the lights. Oh, I understand. I've gone full circle, so I can turn the lights back on now. Which I'm going to do. Okay, maybe I'm not. Oh, the lights! Oh, there it is!
Shipwide transmission override. Isaac Clarke.
Just a trick.
Isaac. Isaac. Make us.
That's cool.
Isaac Clarke. All right. Dr. Brennan's nearest and dearest. We were colleagues, you know. Dr. Chalice Mercer. Are you the reason the marker won't begin? That's it. Convergence is installed. She's meddling. How is the question? But even if I was to ask, I suspect you're not the talkative type. And I haven't fully explored the cause of death as that missing factor. Dismemberment. Now I think you're on the right track there. Try and relax, Mr. Clarke. Convergence is so close. Maybe your death will tip the balance.
This is such a good scene. Hello! Hello! I didn't want that close-up view of your face.
Maybe this will work. Isaac? You there?
Daniels, open the chemical lab!
What?
Just do it!
Shut the fuck up and do it!
It's open! Go!
This, my friends, is called a hunter. It's not just a pretty name. You can't kill him, as you just saw. He is crawling after me. I thought after you shoot off his limbs, he just regrows them. Yes, that is a hunter. He is unkillable. I don't like him because he comes out of anywhere.
Nicole's broadcast.
It was a trick by a fucking unitologist. Dr. Mercer. He's locked down medical to experiment on the crew.
Oh, God. Every way out is locked down through one of the offices. Must be Mercer's. I can brute force the internal doors, but you'll have to reach his office and lift the lockdown manually.
This whole chapter. Ooh. I knew it was coming. I love this creature. Like, I can't even pretend to be scared.
Mr. Clark, my hunter may regenerate, but he takes an attack like that personally.
See, now, the hard part is identifying, when there's lots of enemies, which is the hunter and which is not. Because you have to not waste the rounds on the hunter, but you do have to kill everything. Well, you don't have to kill everything, but you know what I mean. Shit! Don't want that to launch the battery. There you go. Do I want to plug in the other one? Shower, light. I suppose I kind of want to go in the shower. Nothing's happening at the moment. See, that's one thing though that's always a shame. When you replay any horror game, no matter how well they do it, since I already know a lot of the jump scares, I'm not, like, easily gotten. But that cutscene with Mercer was really tense. But I didn't know if he was going to try and kill us, or, well, now we know he wants Isaac to be part of the Convergence. Which, again, I don't think was something they covered in the original. Like, these games have stuck with me since I've been playing them. Like, they're so good. Like, story-wise and just everything about them. Oh. Line gun! Ooh, the line gun is essentially a bigger plasma cutter. But it's also equally, like, as expensive to fire the shots. That's interesting. I was collecting line racks before I even needed them.
Surgical log. Dr. Jarvis Mercer. It's a shame. When I began my research, Terrence Kind's insights into the marker were invaluable. Now he's been reduced to sending little missives like this one.
You butcher. I saw your hunter. I know who it used to be. That cellular regeneration? Good God, don't you see what you've done? I agree with Amelia. If this is unitology, I want no part of it.
My diagnosis. Poor Terrence is suffering from the same dementia reported on the Aegis 7 colony. Amelia, for example. The only Amelia he's ever mentioned was his wife. And Amelia Kine died 7 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. What the shit? It's got an achievement. Use status on 50 enemies. It's amazing how these were achievements, and it's just general gameplay for a lot of people. Like, I am not using stasis as much as I normally would, because usually I don't use stasis until later in the game, so I am sort of forcing myself to use it a bit more.
Surgical log, Dr. Charles Mercer, tissue regeneration experiment 5.
Please, not
The children of the marker, Kind's necromorphs, have provided all the material I could ask for. And the infector variant has provided a key insight. Implanting the material directly into the brain renders optimal results. Of course, that requires puncturing the frontal bone just above the glabella.
Please, please, no.
Don't worry. It's been sterilized.
He is absolutely nuts. Like, I don't think that the marker did that to him. He is just insane. Oh, they're still gone. I was actually half expecting them to be alive. Well, not in the normal sense. Patient Harris, that's why you're writing this down. The church will thank me later. I hear it too, Mr. Harris. Others find the marker signal a burden, but for me it's inspiring. New surgical techniques, new technical designs. A pity I can't grasp the deep nuances like you. You mean the codes? All the voices that are hungry to be heard? Hungry, like stars are hungry. And to think those fools tried to cure you. You have divine insight, Mr. Harris. I can interpret it. Deepest secrets of the marker, convergence, even the hive mind itself could be ours, if you trust me. God speaks through the marker, it needs to be heard. But I can't give it to you. I tried, but it slips away like it's stuck behind my eyes. And the best means to retrieve it would have unfortunate circumstances. Unless... Tell me, Mr. Harris, do you know the term cellular regeneration? I like how this even explains the origins of that whole thing. Lovely, he's been playing... Oh, large medkit. Lots of bullets, I wonder why. Convergence, where the bodies of the dead will rise united, undying, made whole by the marker. So we're taught, but all this raw material, all my work and the marker remain inert. Ever since that first contact, as it were, words repeat in my head, that the makers must be absorbed, a divine insight perhaps, that creating my hunter is part of the answer, and yet I... No, I will not doubt. No unitologist ever been so close to cheat death. That withered old tyrant, I must have a matching tenacity.
Warning. Local door protocols corrupted. Rebooting system. Please stand by.
Who's there?
Oh my god!
Oh god! Hold on. I can help you.
Not me. Save hydroponics. We're all dying. Air's poison. But there's still time. Her enzyme will work if... She just needs liquid nitrogen. Save us!
How was he able to live for so long?
He was right. Air quality is dropping shipwide.
You can see the spores.
Hydroponics. If we lose our air supply...
He said we could fix it. He came looking for liquid nitrogen, and there has to be some in the cryogenics lab.
Okay. Not like we have a better option. I'll clear you a path to cryo.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Door protocols rebooted. Thank you for your patience.
Just to make sure, Isaac's head turned to look at it.
Toxic hazard detected.
Shameful, Mr. Clark. Forcing me to liquidate my research subjects.
These guys in the deck. There's gotta be. Here! There's emergency bed controls at the security checkpoint. Go! I'll try to lock them out!
See, this is the kind of time you want the improved oxygen, just so you can last longer in these kind of sequences. Because that does mean that I now have to sprint. Oh no, never mind. This was the room where we saw the first infector do its work. I really shouldn't be taking the time to explore, because I am on a timer. I'm just so curious. You know, if I was to die while I'm exploring, that's kind of a good thing. Because I need to know if the oxygen tank automatically applies when I run out, or if I need to apply it myself. He's back! And he runs now! But the hunter is a big reason why you want to increase your stasis duration. Hi there, Isaac! I was actually getting a bit worried then.
It's clearing. Mercer, pump that gas in from hydroponics. If the air's already that bad.
I'm gonna need a faster way to cryogenics.
I'll open the other door from the chemical lab. It'll take you straight there.
Really? That way? You've been holding out on me, haven't you? I've been able to go that way the entire time. There we go. Can make the line racks. I can upgrade the line gun. Not going to, though, because plasma cutter is life. Oh, ruby semiconductor. Thank you very much. I mean, the best thing about this is just look how much money I've got. I've been able to get so many power nodes. And the best part is once we've, once I'm actually full on power nodes, but I don't need them anymore, I can just start buying plasma cutter ammo. Right, let's get a save in. I swear the hunter had more of a presence in this chapter. Mind you, we're only just probably about halfway through. Also, when I go to do this on Impossible, I will literally just be speedrunning the game. I won't have time to mess around looking around. But I will be able to hold on to more guns and use more guns. I will have all 4 weapons and actively using them. As one runs out of ammo, swap to the next one. Try not to buy anything. I'm just not sure how I will spread out the power node usage. Because at the moment I'm only just pumping loads only into plasma cutter in the suit. Where he's here, but when I need to start upgrading other guns, then we're gonna have a problem. Oh, I don't need to be up here. No! Did that actually do damage? That's bloody rigged. I could die to doors. This thing's not bad enough. Oh, bloody hell, we're back here. Left behind some legs. I tell you, that cellular regeneration stuff is so effective. I take off whole limbs and he just grows them back. It's like in Dead Space 2, there's something called the Ubermorph, and he's so much worse. Like, he's pretty much the same as the Hunter, but he's much more aggressive.
Is almost worth losing my other patients. You and Dr. Brennan have delayed me enough.
If you've heard me
I have never shown you anything Can you say the same?
I can say I'm not a fucking murderer.
Speaking of courtesy, do I have you to thank for fixing the Ishimura's engines? Our homecoming will be truly divine. And I doubt even you can stop a convergence event fueled
Don't shine
by
light
the
by
entire
eye.
population of Earth.
You take these things to Earth, it's all over.
Only for the faithless. Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clark, with or without you. I'd say you've chosen your side.
See, they never they never mentioned in the original that they try and get the convergence event back to Earth. It didn't even exist as a thought. The thing with the Hunter is like he's a present threat, right? So yeah, he's scary, but he's so easy to put down. It takes him half an hour to heal.
Initiating cryogenic freeze. Cryogenic freeze complete. Transferring specimen to storage.
Did I accidentally just do the right thing? I did as well. I accidentally won. I just saw a button. Storyteller. Collect 75 logs.
Lock me out again. Isaac, you okay?
I stopped that Hunter. And Mercer's gone.
I didn't even think. You just press the button.
He wants to take these things to Earth, Kendra. You have to seal the captain's nest and warn Hammond.
Okay, I can seal the nest, but I haven't been able to reach Hammond since he went to the crew deck. Isaac, our air quality is falling fast. If you've got liquid nitrogen, we gotta fix hydroponics.
On it. Keep trying to reach Hammond. Mercer, I don't think he's done yet.
Yeah, the whole thing is you're meant to knock him down, stasis him inside the stasis chamber. True Believer, complete chapter 5. Knock him down in the stasis chamber, and then just freeze him, and then he came through the chamber to get me.
Let's call it a tissue sample from Mercer's pet Hunter.
Careful. Who knows what mad science went into that thing?
Maybe I could find out. Figure out what Mercer's up to. If I'm fast, there has to be a DNA scanner close by.
Isaac, the hydroponics tram station is sealed off. You'll need another way there. Take the tram back towards the hangar, then head to the repair station. Remember where you took that broken tram car off the tracks? There's an access door in there that'll take you to hydroponics.
So we got a side quest to do with the tissue sample, which was never a thing. So I get to learn even more about the Hunter. This game's about as long as I remember, though. Like, the only reason it's taking longer is because I'm spending more time chatting and going back and forth. Oh, I saw this, didn't I? When I was doing the game, when I was running through the first time, I tried to scan someone's dead body. You know, the only natural, normal thing to do when you've got a tissue scanner is to see what dead bodies you can scan. Didn't think so. Like, I also like how the side quests aren't like massive, like pointless. Oh, someone's trapped in a room, go save them. There's actually like a good bit of depth to them. Yeah, I remember the Hunter being a lot more scary. But again, I knew he was coming, I knew how to deal with him, so I imagine it was not a worry. Whereas, say, a first-time player might be shitting themselves. I do think I'm doing really well for healing in this, though. Like, I haven't even had to start touching my mediums and higher. almost got crushed by the door. I think I remember dying to those doors quite a lot. I can't remember if it was because of really like raging hit detection or if I was just really bad. We'll find out soon when I walk into one of those doors. I thought there was something green over there. Ooh. Tell you though, upgrading this kinesis range will be quite helpful, just because the enemies that are further away that I killed, I can start using them again. So they're going, oh no, I have to run past the enemy. But I've got 5 things to spend. I might just max out the suit. Max out what I can on the suit. And then max out what I can on the plasma cutter. I've almost had so many power nodes. I'm 1 power node off maxing out my equipment. You can increase the projectile speed of the line gun. I never used them, so I don't know what they do. I know I'm only playing this on normal, but I reckon come hard mode I'm not going to have too many issues.
DNA analysis. Match found for Franz Harris, mining contractor, Aegis 7. Registered physician, Dr. Charles Mercer. Warning. Severe DNA abnormalities found. Rig tracking is available to trace possible contagion. Authorize.
Harris, what did Mercer do to you? Authorize.
Syncing logs and points of interest to rig locator. Thank you for your commitment to public health.
You're welcome. What do I do now? Is that it? Find Harris's ICU bed. No, I don't want to go to tram maintenance. I'm following this. I want to know more about Harris. I have a feeling Harris didn't want this to happen to him. Yeah, that's got to be horrible, like, having a regen effect like that when you're alive. Like, we saw those guys on the beds, they had their throats slit, and they're dying and healing and dying again. Because they're just choking on their own blood. It's a really nice touch, just to the insanity that this place is. I don't feel like the deaths in this game are as gory as they used to be either, because when we got hit by the centrifuge, normally you just become bits. Where did you come from? Oh, he dropped a large! Oh, I like the fact that I'm getting lots of large medkits. I have no need for them yet, because we're not fighting the strong enough enemies. Like, we're fighting stronger necromorphs, but they're not strong enough to be a big deal. Well, we've got 1 more medium, then we've got 1 more small med kit, and then we're on to the mediums. It is quite amazing, though, that by endgame, how much healing I actually need. So I remember once, I think it was Dead Space 2, I was playing on second hardest difficulty, and I ran out of meds before the final boss, bought a bunch of them. I think I had 5 larges, 2 mediums, and I ran out because I was taking so much damage. So I think it's fine now, but we're only fighting the weaker creatures still. Oh, that door wasn't happy. I thought his bed would have been covered, absolutely covered in blood. All surgery must be registered. Oh, hi. Yeah, see, they're still all the weak ones, because I can take out their limbs in 2 shots. It's the ones with more than 2 shots per limb is the dangerous.
Now it's recording. Here, look up for me. Just a sliver of bone between us and Marcus Seeds. Relax. It won't be like ages 7 and that unpleasantness with the nurse.
Wasn't a nurse when I did that. This errand you want me to do in ore storage. The miners won't like it.
I don't like this.
They're probably as narrow-minded as the miners in the colony, yes.
Is that a prosthetic hand he's got? Oh no, it's just the way the thing looks.
Yeah, they do. I'm ready.
Stick a needle in my eye.
Easy. If I insert this material in the right region of the brain.
Oh God. I can see the Marcus codes. It's been trying to show me. They're hungry. They're coming. They'll make us whole. Doctor, I see it now. The marker speaks. We can answer.
Tell me how.
Tracking related rig activity.
Investigate ore storage. Oh dear. So we're going to find out how this guy went from just being a test subject to do what he was told to being something a lot worse. Yeah. That's going to be a fun one.
Clearance confirmed.
I actually kind of expected him just to start turning there and then, because he's done the thing to unlock the Marcus codes, but that's not what I was expecting. Well, that was an interesting little tidbit. It's always interesting when they refer to them. But again, I can't say anything. Spoilers. But like, I know that... Another one? I know the end result. At this point, it's only slightly scary. And I'm really just playing this for the good, for the change in the stories, and I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. It is brilliant. I think the problem with like some survival horror games, you're given so many bullets that it's just not a problem. So I need to do hydroponics, and then I'll be able to go to the to where the next site, one of my side quests continue. So for anyone in chat who's played the original Dead Space, what do you think of the changes? I love them. Like, I'm genuinely thinking this game's brilliant. Like, well deserving of all of its good reviews and its praise. As well as they still get the horror aspect. Like, I still hate corridors. Oh no, that's going to that tram maintenance. It's got nothing in it. I wonder if NG Plus you keep your because I do plan on doing an NG Plus playthrough. But I wonder if you keep all of your security clearance. get pinned. So then, as I go through, I can just explore all of the doors and stuff that I miss. Without having to retrace steps, because that's also a killer. Like, in games like this, if you revisit old areas, sometimes it's just not enough going on that keeps it exciting, and it's just, oh, bang bang, move on. Oof.
Isaac, if you're near hydroponics, check your helmet filters. That air's not safe to breathe.
Yeah, I smelled it. The whole deck's rotting.
I'm reading a huge mass in food storage. Too big to be anything they grew. It looks like the source of the poison gas. That patient in medical. He said something about creating an enzyme, right? Maybe the scientist left the workstation open.
Ooh, we're coming up to our first proper boss fight.
Hydroponics log, Dr. Elizabeth Cross. Now the sprinklers are fixed, we're working close to maximum capacity. All flora is thriving, and food yield has created a surplus. I had the surplus packed up so we could send it to the colony. But Captain Matthias is strictly enforcing his no-fly order. It's ridiculous. I'm lodging a complaint. Everyone knows Aegis 7 needs help. What harm could some fresh fruit do?
Well, you know what they say? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. If they physically have this fresh fruit and they happen to be apples, they can't test on people anymore. Not until the 24-hour lockout. That's why. Sweet.
Station lockdown.
We're all good here now. We can come back to hydroponics whenever we feel like dying. I'm a little bit dubious of these, because I have a feeling one time a necromorph will be on it. I've got no reason to believe that, but I am overly paranoid when it comes to this game. Nothing's safe. I was about to make the comment of someone shat themselves so hard they died, and then the poo attacked back. It's like how there's a small med kit. Oh, did they scare you? Have a heal. It's just the poo splatter on the background. They're just like, oh no! That's gonna be one of those irrational. Is it irrational? Irrational fears where something happens that will never happen, like a snake coming out of the toilet. There, the elevator. It's scary here. Well, I need to take a quick break. I think my cat wants some food. But I shall be back momentarily. Heading back into hydroponics, and I haven't changed the stream scene. There you go. Done. Don't open that door. So, I will say one bad thing about this game. As cool as the insanity effects are in your headphones to emphasize it, the little tapping noise I've been suffering for the last 2 chapters is starting to get on my nerves now. Is this what having tinnitus is like?
Watering cycle initiated.
The water turns on. Isaac almost had a heart attack. It's just the fact that that sounds like the screaming.
Report in loop. This is Dr. Elizabeth Cross. To all survivors, turn back. It's all gone. Everything we grew. My team. All dead. That monster. Please, leave. Get somewhere safe. If I can find a way to kill it somehow. Jacob, if you're hearing this, you know I have to try.
don't think you want to be in here, Greedy. What? Okay. Oh, off your pot. Come on. Come on, now. You're going to go to bed soon. You can't stay. She came to my room because she wants to play, but I can't at the moment.
Report in loop.
I feel really bad when I've chucked the cat. They just want my attention.
Warning. Liquid nitrogen supply depleted.
Ooh. The noise I could hear is the cat trying to playing with the string.
Liquid nitrogen replenished. Beginning enzyme synthesis.
This place is going to be hard to fight through with how good the visibility effects are.
Caution, do not ingest.
Oh. But it sounds so tasty.
Yeah, I finished the enzyme. It's been modified to digest something big.
They must have been trying to kill whatever's in food storage. Let's hope it works.
I can't even remember how the game tells you that this, what we're about to discover, arrives. Stop giving me line racks. I don't want them. Right, I need some more ammo. Oh, I don't want to sell them. I need to use stasis more because I'm starting to get a big abundance of stasis packs. Right. Yeah, this place is going to be really interesting. It looks like the necrotized tissue has somehow managed to use their growth serums and sped up its growth.
No. Go back. There's no way into food storage. Even if there was, the Leviathan would devour you.
You're Elizabeth Cross, right? This Leviathan. Is that what's poisoning the air?
The air. My team has destroyed everything. I designed a special enzyme to kill it. I just needed liquid nitrogen to complete the synthesis. The people I sent to medical never came back.
Well, you're lucky.
Enzyme here.
Oh my god. How?
Plugged it in, got it out.
Listen, we need to inject it into the Leviathan. You can't get into food storage, but there's another way. It's risky.
Riskier than running out of air?
My team has been altered. They're all connected to the Leviathan, breathing out its toxins. That connection goes both ways.
Okay. So if I get to your team and inject them...
The enzyme will be carried right into the Leviathan's heart. Bind the Weezers. End their suffering. And when the Leviathan is weak enough, we vent the bastard into space.
Oh. Am I not fighting it this time? This Leviathan was a boss battle. So the Weezers were originally poisoning the air, not the Leviathan. Leviathan was just pulling the ship out of, was affecting the ship directly. So this is interesting. Oh, that's very hot. That's going to be something that kills me on Impossible. It's good that we're finding this out now. Why have they got a bloody corridor of high velocity, high heated water? What's the purpose of it? Yeah, we don't want you getting anywhere near our research, we're gonna kill you. Burn your ass off. So what can the Ripper do now? Ripper Blades gain an additional ricochet. Look how much damage it goes up, though. This is like just with one upgrade node. That's ridiculous. So the suit's still maxed out, which is great. And this should max out my plasma cutter. So now I've got spare power nodes for the next upgrade we get. Hey, Lily. So, like, when we're playing with more guns, we won't have the luxury of holding on to 1,000,000 power nodes. It'll probably end up being I only upgrade the guns I use more, even if it's not going to benefit me in the long run. Let's say I'm going to use plasma cutter, line cutter, ripper, and pulse rifle first, say. I won't bother upgrading the rest, even if I need the upgrade. Even if it does mean that I do less damage, because it's just... I need to empty the ammo. I love how it's like you're in a jungle. There's always a jungle sequence, a sewer sequence, and like an advanced technological sequence in a horror game now. Or then, like, think Resident Evil. Wow. Didn't even just shoot off a limb. It's much easier to, like, now that I've upgraded the rig and the plasma cutter to a certain degree, like, this kind of fighting is a lot easier to handle. Oh, hello. Excuse me, sir, no sprinting. We don't do that here. This is our first proper look at like a really big combat sequence. Like before now we only fight 3 max at a time. But now we've just taken down, what, 10? This is where the horror aspect comes out of it, because it's just big areas. Like, it's all the tight corridors with limited ammo that make it scary for me. This is why I thought Evil Within was such a good horror game. Because the whole game is like, you're never going to have enough bullets.
Security request retrieved.
Hello, security. This is Dr. Cross in hydroponics. Something just hit the hull near food storage. We think it's a rogue asteroid. I have people injured from decompression. We need medics and crowd control right away. Oh my god. What the hell is this? Everyone out of food storage. It's alive. How can it be alive?
Oh, please don't tell me I don't get to fight Leviathan. It's such a weird creature that's worth fighting. I mean, if they've taken it out, then fine, but it's just one of those things. I need a good boss battle. Nice. I wonder what side quests we're going to get here, actually. Well, someone managed to fight to the end. Force gun. Full arsenal. Collect every weapon. This thing is really good. I remember it in Dead Space 3. It was one of those that if it gets a bit dicey, you just pull that thing out, blast them away and keep shooting. But when you upgrade it, that's where the fun begins. You start literally blowing off limbs. Like a standard slasher gets too close, no more limbs. Ooh! How did I manage to miss that badly? That was like absolute terrible shooting. I thought that said how much health I had in a percentage then. What else have I got in my inventory? Line gun, force gun. Did I not put the line gun away? Is that why I'm getting so many bloody line guns? But yeah, the force gun, like full power, that thing just blow off a limb. It was good for keeping yourself safe with a crowd control aspect, but it was just a lot of fun just to blow limbs off.
Liz Cross again. I never asked your name.
Isaac Clarke, systems engineer.
Engineer. Have you seen Jacob Temple?
I haven't, but I'm looking for someone too. Dr. Nicole Brennan.
Dr. Brennan. Doesn't she help people leave unitology?
Yeah, like my mother. That's how we met.
I hope she's okay. The unitologists here didn't like anyone questioning them. And since the captain died, they've all snapped.
Toxic hazard detected.
Oh wow, they look grotesque in this.
Shooting them doesn't work. Try. Get in close and try injecting the enzyme. Save your ammo. Use the enzyme.
Toxic hazard cleared.
Leviathan didn't like that. So, yeah, that's a nice little change. So originally, when you came to face down the Weezers, it was literally you just shot them, they died. But now it's actually part of the Leviathan, so this should be interesting. It's also the one of the interesting aspects there. Like, their mutation isn't a violent one, it's literally just like rapid growth of the lungs. Their lungs literally burst out their back. Goodbye. Excuse you? You're still going? But yeah, it's like, that's another change they've made. The lungs weren't. They look so much more grotesque. Like, you can see the pink flesh and everything. Before, it was just a, it was pretty much just a skin-covered sack. That's a nice change. That's all I've talked about when we were playing this, but I'm just so happy that it exists, and they've done it so well. Like, they haven't just gone, oh, it's Dead Space, let's just make it Dead Space, you know, unnecessary horror jump scares. They've changed some vital points. Like, including how you obtain weapons. You used to just buy weapons.
Toxic hazard detected. Toxic hazard cleared.
Yeah, to get a new weapon, you literally bought it. That was it. But now you find them, so you get to try them all out if you want to. This crew, like, they're all just stuck to the wall. Elizabeth, as requested, I've attached the latest test results of that organic growth we've observed on the ship. I know you're busy, but we really need to run a joint study of Dr. Howell. This substance is absolutely fascinating. Given its affinity for dead tissue, at first I thought it was some sort of fungus, but the cells most closely resemble bacteria with viral behaviour. The organism infects other cells through osmosis, then mutates and reproduces agamogenetically. Sorry, that's a big word. What's most incredible is the speed at which it grows. One of these bacteria reproduces 20-fold in just 1 minute. That's why we haven't been able to pinpoint any specific origin point. I think it just seems to be in multiple points on the ship all at once. I've never seen anything like it. I won't stake my reputation on it, but I think this may be a genuine alien life form. Professor Hawley theorized that it's a habitat transformer. The levels of gaseous discharge are tremendous, which is why it smells so bad. To what end? We simply don't know what organisms might exist symbiotically with it. Are they out there? Could they be sentient even? I'll keep you posted. Heinrich. I can see something down there. There we go. Did I just pick up... Was it just a lot of credits? I think I just spent a lot of credits. That's interesting, because that one on the lower floor, I shot it twice in the stomach and it died. Ooh. So maybe I need to start just aiming for body shots with those ones. So, is this life... It was so... train of thought gone. So this growth, it's not connected to Leviathan like I thought it was. It's its own unique organism that just rapidly reproduces. Turned off the therapeutic ambience, pissed off the Leviathan. But now I can hear the noise again. Let's go shopping! Subsonic oscillator. Question is though, do I want to buy a power node if I'm not going to use it right now? I'm going to hold on to them. Right. Place 25 items in storage. So sell that. Sell that. Definitely sell that. I think there's one upgrade tier of that. It's called a diamond one. It's worth like 25,000. I've got so many heals and the thing I need most is ammo. How much ammo do I have? I've got 69 shots. That should keep me going. Especially now that I've put those guns away. Oh, we've met them. Little death runners. Doesn't matter what difficulty you play on, if they get too close, you're pretty much dead. Because as you can see by what we're shooting, they go boom. And it's not a nice boom, it is a bad boom. A very big boom. They used to have a really like their screech to let you know they're there kind of thing. It was really like violent and loud, like you could pick it out over everything, but they don't sound as like prominent now. But they can pretty much kill you in one hit. I think you can survive on easy and normal as you'd expect, but normal you'd lose a lot of health, but on hard you pretty much die.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh yeah, 0G, let's fly. Come on, you do something as well. I refuse to shoot you until you do this. You're using up too much ammo otherwise. But this is what I really enjoyed about doing the plasma cutter only run on the original. Like, you have to think. You can't just go, I'm gonna shoot everything. It works. Ooh. Pointy. Like, putting 30 bullets into one of the little ones is, you know, it works, but it's not ammo economy efficient. One of those things stuck on the wall. It's very hard to evade in Zero-G, which is very surprising. Oh, I saw him out the corner of my eye. They actually have a melee, those enemies. They're like the only enemy in the game that you don't violently kill them. So far. Okay, we're out. Back into Zero-G, where the smell persists. Got upside down and now I'm disorientated. Oh shit! I think that's the first time I've got into critical health since the start of the game. I can hear something. And that's I didn't let. It's not like it was because I was playing poorly. I let myself get that low just to save on meds. I'm kind of glad though they didn't do what some games do and just give you full heals that you can just hold on to since the beginning of the game and then use them if you feel you need them. Like you take as much you can heal as much damage as you can take. So like now that I should have about 200 health, which I do, I can heal that 200 in one go. The 3D audio in this game is brilliant, because I didn't hear him appear. I just heard him behind me. Anything new I need to... I know I've literally just visited the shop, but it never hurts just to keep my inventory clean. Hey, Lily.
Isaac, where are you? Help me.
I can't remember if these enemies that are pinned to the wall are like earlier versions of the creatures that we kill shooting the tendrils, or if they are actually they grab you to keep you from moving. Stop it. He didn't quite finish his mutation because I killed it. Ammo conservation. I do find that knowing how to play this game, I actually try and conserve ammo less. Like, I remember every time in the original Dead Space, it was pull a kinesis, throw it, shoot a limb off, grab it, throw it. Oh, now I'm just like, kill. Oh, use it. Like, I have a feeling whatever this growth is, it's connected to something, but it's not the Leviathan. It's when I want to start Googling things, but I don't want to ruin any surprises.
I looked up Cross's notes on the... Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Kendra?
It's him. 2 doors behind you. Karen. Wait, he's gone. He waved at me, and... sorry, Isaac. Keep going. Just a glitch on the cameras. It looked like my little brother. Stupid, right? That's not possible.
She's starting to lose it. Could you imagine if they made like a grounded difficulty, you know, like Last of Us has for this game? I mean, this game's equivalent of the hardest difficulty is a 1 save mode, but that one's Holt's rig. What is all of these rigs for? Because I've been collecting them, but I don't know what their use is. But yeah, like I was saying, if they managed to make a mode where you don't know your ammo capacity or your health, like you never got your rig as a child, or when you got your job, whatever they determine it as. Yeah, I've been picking up all these rigs of main, like, crew members as we've gone round, but there's been nothing.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Oh, you bastard! There you go, you still can shoot off arms. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember them having a exposed weak point from the front. Like, I could actually shoot their arms and legs off from the front as long as you got them with stasis, because it was a hard shot. But this game, it doesn't seem possible. I thought he killed himself then. Is he dead now? Yup. All this growth on the floor.
Quarantine lifted. Toxic hazard detected.
Deck systems key card. Oh, he's on the other side of the door. Deck systems key. What was that used for?
Toxic hazard cleared.
Is that something to go back for, or was it something to go further? Because it sounds familiar. See, I have this problem with every game. You look at all these environmental hazards I can make use of to damage, and I literally just shoot them down. I don't take any time to run around and use the environment to save up on ammo. It's fine. If I couldn't handle it, I wouldn't do it, would I? Well, yes I would. I'd definitely do it. Shooting guns is fun.
Toxic hazard detected. Toxic hazard cleared.
Something's going to attack. Took you time. Again, though, that like this is why horror games don't scare me. Like they're very predictable. Well, at least to me they are. Everyone can disagree. That's fine. But it's just sometimes I can call it, like, that's coming out of there, there's this, that's gonna happen, you know. Like, I don't mean by shitting on this game, I'm just shitting on the sort of genre as a whole. I know it's hard, like, when you're doing survival horror, you're given a gun, everything's sort of a bit more predictable, because you're like, oh no, that's scary, I was going to point my gun at it first. But then for me, games like, you know, Outlast and anything that there's no way to fight back, I get bored of, because I'm not good at stealthy bits. I will get spotted in seconds. And since games like that require you to be good at stealth, or to a degree, or just persistent enough. Battery. Or just persistent enough to get through them, that's fine. But I don't have the patience for them at all.
Toxic hazard detected.
Where's the battery then? I love how you can run and hide in these rooms when you're fighting the heat and the brutes. Squish! It's weird because the air out here looks like it's got the fog, but it does not. Is the battery upstairs? I'm having a meltdown now. Oh, there's the battery. They grew their own. I've really got some force to that kinetic throw now. You dead? Good. We must be coming up to the third plasma cutter upgrade soon, to come to think of it, given that we've now got all of the second weapons, and they've all got all the extra weapons, they've all got the second upgrades.
Entering zero gravity.
I really hate these things. Why did you go down so easy? I must be missing limb shots on these guys to a huge degree. Because some of them go down so easy and others take ages. It's fine. I will improve, I swear. So is this how I get there? Oh no, this room has gravity.
Toxic hazard detected. Entering zero gravity. Toxic hazard.
I'm getting injured by the door. Oh, I'm so glad they made a button so you can reorientate yourself. Did that home?
Toxic hazard detected.
Right, let's turn him off. That's what he is, right? A giant button. It's like they try to fight back just as you go to stab them, but they don't know how. Ooh.
This is Liz Cross, hydroponics. I need to record their names. Hidaka, Holly, and enough. Mark. So many. I don't know how much gas they put in. I just saw them change. That crack when their lungs burst out like flowers. Jacob. I love you. And I'm so scared because I know how to kill the Leviathan. So I have to stay until it's paid for every single one of them.
Like, you're not there for that whole emergence of their lungs, but they describe it in such a way that you can imagine it. We're on the semiconductor. We've got a good amount of ammo again. I'm gonna always hold. Oh, I keep selling it. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't mean to keep selling my ammo. I just end up doing it. Why is the first option in the shop to sell? That's like the most counterproductive statement I've ever made. I think I heard something I don't like. Something that ended my Dead Space 3 hardcore run. Thank you for not pulling me through the hole immediately to my left. But this is what I'm talking about, the predictability. Like, you see those holes in the wall and you know it's going to happen. Oh, I just healed, damn it. I want you to stay this.
Just the repair mission, they said. Not this. Not seeing my dead brother on the fucking cameras. All this death. Imagine what the marker could do in the wrong hands.
This is about CEC again.
Just thinking. If some corporate asshole tries to take the marker, you and me could do something about it.
You're leaning pretty hard on that if.
Oh, come on. Where's Hammond? What's he doing?
I don't know. If I don't focus, we'll run out of air before it matters.
Essentially, shut up, woman. That is a secondary problem right now. Is that flare? Oh, I use a stasis pack and that's a play stasis machine. That's why I get for being a dick. I'm sorry, Daniels. I didn't mean it.
Entering zero gravity. Exiting zero gravity.
What can I hear?
Entering zero gravity.
I know there's not as much dialogue coming from me these days. Well, just really today. Just concentrating, you know? Just trying to figure things out, see what I can find, shoot things. Mostly because I know that if I make one wrong move, I'm dead. Like right now. Did I not see a green? Yes, I did. One more time. I'm getting out of there at the very last second. Yeah, those projectiles have very light tracking on them. Just the strafe of a whoop. Any more? Force energy schematic. Ooh. I don't feel safe around these spikes. I feel like I'm going to hit them and die. Nope, you're good. You can hit the spikes. Oh, I'm getting all dizzy now. I love the 0G in this game, but I get so dizzy. Interesting. Blew his arm off, he died instantly. The others don't do that. Rude. Oh. I tell you, I was a bit concerned when I thought I'll do the impossible playthrough, like about this thing's length, but it's definitely doable in like 2 sessions. Because we've what, 6 hours in right now?
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
So what you're saying is stand on the dangerous thing. I don't think filtration means fire. Oh, fun. This is another instant kill environmental hazard. We're going to go walk through an oven. Lucky me. Alright, so I can see when the ignition's going to start as the thing turns.
Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
I was expecting the middle one to go off first. That middle one isn't going off.
Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning.
The reason I'm hanging around
Filtration tubes.
is because this looks familiar. So I'm pretty sure there's a lootable in the floor. Maybe not. I'm probably thinking of the wrong game. Because I thought, like, one of them you walk through these tubes and the pain treasure's in the tubes. But I can't remember if that's this game or the other game, but I'm pretty sure this one, the pain treasure's in the rails in the storage area.
Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
Peach, pick up everything I don't want. Where's my money? Where's my money? It's like, even if it's not a thing anymore, the pain treasure, if it's not an achievement, it's still worth it for the money. It's worth like 30 grand. Actually, I can't remember how much it's worth. It's so long. There's still weak necromorph surgeon. Dismember 500 limbs. I half expected it to be the more powerful necromorphs that come from the infectors at this point.
Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning.
Text log. Pulled all the regulators from the purifiers and cranked them up as high as they can go. Fucking crazy, but all I can do. It should burn off at least some of the gas, I think. Fuck. I don't know. I have to try something, anything. Seeing Hideka puke up her own lungs. I can't. That can't be me. Oh god. Help us. Nice. Another power node, just when I need to get an upgrade, I can just put them straight on. Ooh, stuff. I've probably missed so many cabinets.
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
Press. Does it just cycle round? Yeah, it just cycles round. That probably dropped me off in that locked doorway.
Toxic hazard detected.
And kill him.
Toxic hazard cleared.
I really am curious to know how the infections know what to do with the material they're given. Well, I did ask for a stronger version. Like, how does the Necromorph Plague know to make these Wheezers, or how to make the slashes? Like, as far as adults go, they all have... They've got the most variants. Because, like, the ones that's just a torso isn't like it's a dog or something. It's literally just a torn up human. Slasher is just a normal human. The Weezer's just a normal human. I wonder how it does it. That's not unsettling in the slightest.
Isaac, please, I need you. Help me.
Toxic hazard detected.
Isn't like the enzyme just on the tip of the needle or something?
Metabolism is slowing.
Cross, something's up.
It must have worked. You gave it enough enzyme to dissolve a freighter. Okay, I'm unlocking food storage. Quickly get back there and space the bastard while we have the chance.
Entering zero gravity.
We're sending him on a journey. He's gonna have a nice space journey where literally nothing will go bad. I suppose I always remembered me needing more stasis because I relied on it so heavily because I was a terrible shot. So, not to brag or anything, but my aim's improved.
Exiting zero gravity.
But yeah, it was like I wouldn't shoot anything unless I hit it with stasis first. I'm guessing that's a side quest then, yeah? You know, just to conserve ammo, but now I'm conserving ammo and conserving my shots. Wait, that's the same thing. You can tell I'm getting tired.
Therapeutic ambience on.
Oh, damn. Why is it E to use and to accept I need to change that? Let's go fight a boss, maybe. I mean, for me, a lot of games, the boss battles are the most exciting part, but this game, I feel like just exploring the whole game world is more exciting. Fucking run! Like the locales, the enemies you fight, the ways you resolve the problems. As it's like moments over any boss fight. Like, I suppose I mostly reserve my love of boss fights now just to RPGs. Horror games, they're good, but they're just turned into ammo sinks. But there's no need for them. How many chapters are in this game? 17? Not 17. There should be 12 chapters, if I'm right. Boss fight time! Maybe.
Contamination detected in food storage. Cycling airlock.
Damn it! The airlock's open, but the Leviathan's too strong. It's clinging to the interior of food storage. We need more enzyme.
There's no time. I'm going in. Maybe I can cut it loose.
The Leviathan has a 10 kiloton mass. Do you really need me to tell you this is a bad idea?
Well, I'm all out of good ideas, so guess what's left?
Only bad ones. The jet Leviathan into space failed. Here we go. Damn, this plasma cutter does some work. I forget I can use bloody thrusters to strafe. He is literally just a web. Open your mouth!
Toxic hazard detected.
Now we're on a timer.
No, it's expelling all its gas reserves. It must be close. Isaac, finish it off.
It's not a happy bunny, but my god, am I going through ammo. Goodbye. It's just a mass. It's not healing I was struggling with. But that is a boss fight.
And lo, you crushed the heads of Leviathan. He will be meat for those in the wilderness. Thank you, Isaac. Come back inside. We should talk.
It's like, again, the plasma cutter is the most generic weapon in the game, but its versatility is amazing. Like, its fire rate, its damage, its precision, its recoil control, everything about it, it just makes it that good. Like, it's not even a challenge at this point. We're just playing for fun. I will regret saying all this when I go to play hard, even on NG+, because I'll be using guns that I'm not familiar with. It's just, it's the best gun in the game.
There's still pockets of gas trapped here and there.
Here and there, I can handle.
Listen, Jacob... My Jacob. Last I heard, he was on the mining deck with some other survivors. He said they were building an SOS beacon.
Did they finish it?
He said it was nearly done, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I can't leave yet. I need to make sure the air is safe to breathe. But if you can find that SOS beacon, call for rescue.
I will. Mining deck. Okay, got it. And if I meet Jacob?
Kill him.
Tell him I'll find him. He's all I want to see.
An SOS beacon. Someone jettisoned all the others. Isaac, there's a shortcut to the mining deck. Near Cross's workstation. I'll get it opened. Goddamn. We might actually get out of this nightmare.
Oh, I got 2 achievements. Complete chapter 8, chapter 6. Oh, exterminator, kill Leviathan. Into the void. Go to the mining deck. This should carry on a side quest now. Yeah, like, the boss fights in this, they're not the most exciting thing, because they're pretty straightforward, you know how to kill them. You just see them, you aim at the glowy weak spot like any other time. Like, the game wasn't designed for boss fights. It's like, it was pretty much just a, okay. No, it's still no plasma cutter upgrade. But it's like, all the story leading up to them, like the Leviathan itself, it does make me wonder, like, how big it was before we started killing off all of the little Weezers. So I think there's 3 boss fights. One of them could have been removed. We'll see. But Leviathan looks so grotesque. The fact you just airlock it and it's still alive while it's out there, that's the worrying thing. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night there, and we will pick it up tomorrow. So thank you, everybody. I do hope you've enjoyed. More Dead Space coming at you. But I mean, let's be honest. We're coming close to the end of the game already, and then we get to do it again on New Game Plus. New achievements, new weapon tries. Like, I'm probably gonna, like, on NG Plus, just avoid using the plasma cutter. Just because I spent an entire playthrough using nothing but the plasma cutter. So we'll see how that goes. But if I can play it on hard, I'm going to play NG Plus on hard. I don't know if it lets you, like, increase the difficulty or whatever. Only one way we're going to find out, and that's to get. Like, all in all, there isn't too much extra added in NG Plus. It's the same game, different difficulty, but there's a new suit, new upgrades that aren't in the base game. There's also an ultimate weapon to unlock, but I think that comes from impossible difficulty. When I know, I will tell you about it. Like, I know what the gun is, but I'll tell you about it more. So, as far as Impossible training goes, we're doing well. 6 hours in, and we've done about half the game. So, if we were to do this kind of rate in one go, without side questing and going back, we'd probably be on chapter 9 or 10 by now. So, yeah, it's going well. Bye, everybody.